Hadzabe tribe, one of the last true hunter-gatherer societies, has survived without farming, herding, or modern food systems. With fewer than 400 individuals continuing this ancient way of life, they are a living testament to human survival in its rawest form. But how long can they hold on against modern pressures? Climate change, land encroachment, and government policies are threatening to wipe out their way of life. Stay with us as we break down their fight to preserve it. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates. The Hadzabe people are one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer tribes in the world, residing near Lake Eyasi in northern Tanzania. They are not just another indigenous group. They represent a direct link to humanity's ancient roots. What makes them remarkable is how little their way of life has changed over thousands of years, even as the modern world continues to evolve around them. There are an estimated 1,300 Hadzabe individuals, but according to recent anthropological studies and field surveys, fewer than 400 still practice a pure hunter-gatherer lifestyle, completely independent of agriculture, herding, or modern food systems. These few live almost entirely off the land, relying on their ability to hunt wild animals, gather seasonal fruits, dig up edible roots, and harvest honey. This makes them not just a cultural group, but a living example of how early humans survived before the rise of farming and permanent settlements. The Hadzabe speak Hadza, a unique and isolated language that isn't connected to any other language family. It contains distinctive click sounds, similar to the Khoisan languages spoken by some communities in southern Africa. Linguists classify Hadza as a language isolate, meaning it has no proven relationship to any other known language, a rare phenomenon in the world today. Genetic studies and archaeological research have shown that the Hadzabe's way of life has remained relatively unchanged for over 10,000 years. This ancient continuity has drawn the attention of global researchers, anthropologists, and geneticists, who see the Hadzabe as an invaluable window into early human survival, adaptation, and social organization. The Hadzabe tribe of northern Tanzania represents one of the rare societies that still survives without farming, herding animals, or storing food. Their entire existence revolves around nature's rhythms, living off what the land provides in its raw and natural form. While much of the world moved toward agriculture and permanent settlements, the Hadzabe remained rooted in the original human survival system, the hunter-gatherer lifestyle. They don't grow crops, own livestock, or plan meals for the future. Instead, their diet shifts with the changing seasons. In the dry months, they dig up edible roots and tubers, using sharpened wooden sticks to reach underground food. When the rains come, they gather wild fruits like baobab, which is packed with vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants. One of their favorite sources of sugar and energy is wild honey, which they collect from tall trees with the help of a wild bird known as the honey guide, a rare example of human-animal cooperation in the wild. For meat, the Hadzabe hunt birds, antelope, and other wild animals using bows handmade from local wood and arrows tipped with natural poisons extracted from desert plants. What sets the Hadzabe apart is that their food is always fresh, either eaten raw or cooked simply over fire. There's no refrigeration, no farming tools, no storage huts, just the land, their tools, and their knowledge. According to studies published by the Max Planck Institute and Harvard University, their active lifestyle and naturally varied diet have been linked to low rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, despite having none of the health infrastructure modern societies rely on. The Hadzabe tribe relies entirely on handcrafted tools for their survival, especially when it comes to hunting. Their primary weapons are bows and arrows, made from natural materials found in the surrounding savanna. These are not just basic tools. Each piece is the result of generations of refined skill, patience, and deep environmental knowledge. The bows are typically shaped from strong, flexible wood such as Commiphora or Gruyere species, selected for their durability and resilience. Arrows are carved from straight branches of hardwood shrubs, carefully shaved and balanced for accurate flight. The arrowheads vary depending on the target. For small game, sharpened bone or iron tips are used, while for larger animals like antelopes, the Hadzabe turn to one of nature's most powerful toxins. To bring down big game, Hadzabe hunters apply a deadly poison to their arrowheads, extracted from the sap of the desert rose plant, scientifically known as Adenium obesum. This potent toxin, well documented in the Journal of Ethnobiology and Ethnomedicine, causes paralysis or heart failure in animals within minutes. The application process is delicate. The poison must be dried, heated, and carefully layered onto the arrowhead to ensure both safety and effectiveness. Despite the simplicity of their tools, the Hadzabe demonstrate remarkable accuracy and efficiency in their hunts. Their ability to silently track, aim, and strike with handcrafted weapons has earned them recognition among anthropologists as some of the most skilled traditional hunters in the world. The giant antelope, such as the kudu or eland, is the ultimate prize for the Hadzabe hunters. These majestic animals, which can weigh several hundred pounds, require both skill and patience to hunt successfully. Known for their large size, strength, and speed, these antelopes are formidable prey that demand precise coordination and planning. It is not just the size of the animal that makes the hunt challenging, but also the immense effort required to bring it down, often involving the entire group of hunters. The Hadzabe are expert trackers, but their most successful hunts are those carried out in the early hours of the day. Morning hunts are particularly effective because this is when animal activity is at its peak. At dawn, many species, including the kudu and eland, are still grazing or moving to water sources, making them more vulnerable to skilled hunters. The Hadzabe use this knowledge to their advantage, quietly stalking their prey and using the natural landscape for cover. Hunting large game like the kudu or eland is no small feat. It requires a great deal of coordination and teamwork, as the Hadzabe often work in groups to surround and chase down their quarry. This cooperative approach increases the chances of a successful kill, as one hunter may act as a decoy while others close in from different directions. The overall experience reflects the deep connection the Hadzabe have to the land and their reliance on traditional skills passed down through countless generations. The Hadzabe hunters possess a rare and invaluable skill. They are master trackers, capable of reading the land with a precision that most people could never imagine. Every footprint, disturbed patch of vegetation, and even droppings left behind by animals tell a story, and the Hadzabe can interpret these clues with remarkable accuracy. These skilled trackers have a deep understanding of the natural environment, honed over generations of living off the land. It is this knowledge that allows them to hunt large game, such as kudu or eland, with such effectiveness. When tracking an antelope, the Hadzabe begin by studying the footprints left in the dirt. The shape, depth, and direction of these marks reveal the animal's size, speed, and the time it passed through the area. If the ground is not soft enough for clear footprints, the hunters examine the vegetation for signs of movement, such as bent branches or crushed grass. They can even detect the subtle scent trails left by the animal's urine or sweat. These are all pieces of the puzzle, providing the hunters with a mental map of the animal's journey. What sets the Hadzabe apart from other hunters is their ability to work as a silent, synchronized team. Using hand signals and subtle gestures, the hunters communicate without making a sound. This ensures they stay undetected by their prey, allowing them to close in quietly and efficiently. Their movements are perfectly timed, as each member of the group knows their role in the chase. This cooperative strategy is essential to their success, as it increases the likelihood of a successful hunt without alerting the animal to their presence. Once the antelope has been tracked to its location, the Hadzabe hunters spring into action, coordinating their efforts to surround and trap the animal. The chase is a delicate balance of stealth, speed, and teamwork, requiring a high level of synchronization to avoid alerting the prey. The hunters move carefully, positioning themselves in strategic locations to create an effective ambush. Their ability to move in harmony is critical, as it ensures that the animal has nowhere to escape once it is driven into the trap. The next step is a precise, well-timed shot. A single, well-placed arrow coated with the deadly poison from the desert rose plant, Adenium obesum, is the key to securing the kill. The poison is powerful, quickly incapacitating the animal, causing it to lose strength and ultimately succumb to the effects. Once the arrow strikes, the hunters follow the wounded animal, trailing it patiently as it staggers or tries to flee. This phase of the hunt can take several hours as the poisoned animal grows weaker. The Hadzabe know that they must be persistent, maintaining their distance to avoid alarming the animal, but staying close enough to track its movements. Their deep understanding of animal behavior is crucial during this stage, as they anticipate the creature's movements, guiding the pursuit until the animal finally collapses. The hunt is a triumph of teamwork, patience, and skill. Every step is carefully planned, from the surrounding ambush to the moment the poison takes effect. The Hadzabe's method of hunting is a time-honored tradition that has sustained them for centuries, relying on their intimate knowledge of the land and the creatures that inhabit it. We hope you are enjoying it, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you stay updated. After a successful hunt, the Hadzabe hunters follow a ritual of butchering the antelope on site, ensuring that every part of the animal is put to use. This is not just about food, it is a deeply ingrained aspect of their cultural practices, emphasizing their respect for the animal and their commitment to sustainability. Every part of the antelope, from the meat to the bones and hide, is utilized in some way, whether for food, tools, or clothing. This holistic approach to hunting ensures that nothing is wasted, and the tribe maintains a deep connection to the land and its resources. The meat is then shared among the entire group, with each member receiving an equal portion. This act of sharing is a reflection of the Hadzabe's values of equality and cooperation. Unlike many modern societies, where resources are often distributed based on status or wealth, the Hadzabe practice a more egalitarian model of sharing. The principle of equal distribution is essential to maintaining unity within the group and reinforces the idea that community comes before individual gain. Everyone has a role to play, and the success of the hunt is a collective achievement. The social aspect of the hunt extends beyond just the sharing of food. It strengthens bonds within the tribe, fostering a sense of solidarity and interdependence. According to research published in the Anthropology Today journal, these communal practices are a crucial part of the Hadzabe's survival and resilience. By working together, the Hadzabe can continue living in harmony with nature, ensuring that future generations will carry on these traditions for years to come. Once the Hadzabe hunters return to camp, the process of preparing the meat begins. The group starts by building a large fire, which will serve as the focal point for the evening's communal feast. Fire is essential not only for cooking, but also for bringing the community together, symbolizing warmth, unity, and shared effort. It's around this fire that the Hadzabe bond and celebrate the fruits of their labor. The meat is roasted directly over the open flames or cooked in the hot ash of the fire. This traditional method of cooking gives the meat a distinctive smoky flavor, enhancing its natural richness. The organs, such as the liver and heart, are considered the most prized parts of the animal. These are often consumed first, either eaten raw or lightly seared over the fire. The liver, in particular, is valued for its nutritional benefits, being rich in vitamins and minerals that are essential to the tribe's diet. This practice of cooking and eating together serves as more than just nourishment. It is a deeply ingrained cultural ritual that emphasizes the communal aspect of the hunt. The Hadzabe gather around the fire, sharing stories, laughter, and the rewards of their hunt. Eating the organs first reflects a traditional hierarchy within the feast, with the most prized parts of the animal reserved for those who have played significant roles in the hunt. Research conducted by National Geographic and BBC Earth shows that this communal approach to eating strengthens the bonds of the tribe and reinforces their deep connection to both the land and one another. Through these rituals, the Hadzabe maintain a sense of unity and tradition that has sustained them for generations. For the Hadzabe, food is more than just sustenance. It's an essential part of their culture and spiritual practices. The process of hunting, gathering, and eating is infused with rituals that honor both the animal and the land that provides for them. Before they begin eating, elders often take a moment to offer words of thanks, acknowledging the life taken and expressing gratitude for the food that sustains them. This act of appreciation reflects the Hadzabe's deep respect for the environment and the creatures they rely on for survival. The communal meal is a powerful way for the tribe to bond and share in the collective effort of the hunt. The younger generation learns not just by instruction, but through active participation. Children observe and mimic the actions of their elders, gaining valuable knowledge about the hunt, preparation, and cultural practices. This method of learning, through direct engagement with the environment and social interactions, ensures the transmission of critical survival skills and traditions. According to the Anthropology Today journal, this way of learning is more than just educational, it serves as the foundation for the tribe's social fabric. By observing the rituals, children understand the importance of cooperation, respect for nature, and the collective effort required to thrive as a group. These practices also reinforce a sense of identity and continuity, connecting each new generation to the wisdom of the past. For the Hadzabe, eating is thus an expression of culture and tradition, woven into the fabric of their daily lives. Through the rituals surrounding food, They honor their ancestors, the natural world, and the communal bonds that sustain them. Despite their rich heritage and deep-rooted traditions, the Hadzabe tribe faces mounting challenges in the face of the modern world. With their hunter-gatherer lifestyle deeply intertwined with the land they inhabit, external pressures are threatening their very way of life. Land encroachment due to farming, development, and conservation efforts has placed significant pressure on the Hadzabe's territory, limiting their access to essential resources like hunting grounds and wild plants. In recent years, climate change has exacerbated the challenges faced by the Hadzabe, as shifting weather patterns and droughts impact their food sources. This disruption forces them to travel further distances to hunt and gather, increasing their vulnerability. According to National Geographic, these changes could lead to long-term consequences for the tribe's ability to sustain its traditional way of life. Additionally, government resettlement programs have forced some Hadzabe to relocate to government-designated areas where they are encouraged to adopt farming or settled lifestyles. This transition threatens their centuries-old traditions and cultural identity, pushing them away from the land that has sustained them for generations. Similarly, illegal hunting restrictions have made it difficult for them to hunt in some areas, further limiting their food sources. Tourism has also had a profound effect, as the commercialization of their way of life has altered their social dynamics and raised concerns about the preservation of their culture. In a world that continues to change, the Hadzabe are struggling to balance their ancestral practices with the demands of modern society. As pressures mount, their survival as one of the last true hunter-gatherer societies is increasingly uncertain. The Hadzabe tribe's traditional hunting practices are not merely about food. They are deeply intertwined with their identity, resilience, and profound connection to nature. As one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer societies in the world, the Hadzabe live a lifestyle that has been passed down for thousands of years, showcasing their unique knowledge of the land and its ecosystems. Each hunt is more than survival. It is an expression of their cultural legacy and a testament to their adaptability and survival skills. However, modernization poses a growing threat to the Hadzabe's way of life. The tribe faces numerous challenges, including land encroachment, climate change, and government policies that have made it difficult for them to maintain their traditional practices. According to National Geographic, such challenges are not isolated to the Hadzabe, as many indigenous groups around the world are facing similar pressures that threaten their existence. Documenting the Hadzabe's way of life is crucial for preserving a part of humanity's oldest lifestyle. As modern societies continue to evolve, understanding and valuing the Hadzabe's survival strategies offer important lessons in resilience and cultural diversity. These traditions carry valuable insights about human adaptability and our deep connection to the environment. By sharing their story, we ensure that this remarkable heritage is not forgotten, protecting a piece of our collective human history for future generations. In the end, the Hadzabe tribe's survival in the modern world is hanging by a thread. Their ancient way of life, built on deep knowledge of the land and generations of tradition, is at risk due to climate change, land encroachment, and government policies. In the end, how much longer can societies like the Hadzabe hold on to their heritage in the face of growing pressures? And more importantly, what can we do to preserve such vital connections to our past? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories that matter.